Hi everyone, my name's Electric Donkey and welcome back to another GameMaker tutorial. So today we are doing the NPC series type thing, and if you remember in the last video it was like a complete fail and we did absolutely nothing at all really, apart from learning how to debug quite badly. But anyway, I did promise you one of two things, and that was either I would get it fixed or I would go on to the next bit. And unfortunately I've been really busy this week and haven't really had time to fix it, so instead we're just going to leave it as it is at the minute, and we're just going to go on to making these items work. So what we want to be able to do is that when we drag this into this base here, we let go, we don't want it to disappear. Instead we want it to sell it. So we're going to have to do a little bit more preparation. So we're just going to have to make a little gold stat. So we can do that really quickly actually. So let's just make an object. Let's call it object stats. By the way guys, if you can see, we are trying to keep this to as much as a minimum as possible. So as you can see, at the minute we've only got 5 objects, which is going quite well, I think, considering 2 of them are literally the same thing. And the other ones are the quests and the inventory. I think that's pretty well. So let's just make some really quick code. So just create and a draw event. Go in the create event. Let's say initialize the stats. Global.gold equals 0. So let's say draw text XY, and let's do gold, and then like that, plus string global.gold. Perfect. So it's just really quick. We can just add this in really quickly now, and we've just made it a little gold bit, and we'll put it, I think, probably about there. Should do. Just so it's nicely next to the inventory. So what this will now mean is we can actually sell stuff, and we can get a bit of money from it. Because it would be a bit pointless selling stuff and then not getting anything back. It would basically be like a big trash can, which wouldn't really be that good. So if we now go run this, let's just check it's in a decent place. Yeah, that'll do. So you can see it's on 0 at the minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a script really quickly. And this is going to be our database, and we're going to put it, we're going to make a new folder actually. Create group, and we're going to call these databases, because if you haven't already learnt about databases, they're basically just a script, and they hold a load of information. So maybe in a DS grid, maybe in an array, or maybe just in a variable, and you can use them very easily. So I've used them a lot in my sandbox game, just to reference how much items weigh, how much items cost. So we're going to use it for how much you can sell an item for. So script selling database, let's just do db. So let's do script selling db. We're going to have to do item. And actually really quickly, let's just close that down, put that in the databases. Let's just go and check what we've actually used in our inventory to store them. So if we, is it the enum we did? I can't remember if we still used enums. Let's just check what we did here. So yeah, item dot shield. Okay. So in theory now, all we need to do is go into our selling database, and if we just put here item dot whatever, and then let's just make a variable item equals argument 1. Now let's say switch item. So in this case we're going to use cases. Just like that. Actually, I think item might be a variable built in, so let's just do item 1, just to make sure nothing's like conflicting, because that wouldn't be good. So now if we just do that nice and simple, we're just switching between them. So let's do case item dot item item dot shield. Shield. I can't remember how to spell shield. That's not good. We want to make sure we're spelling these right, otherwise all hell will break loose. So sword there, this one shield IE. Yeah, there we go. So in the case that it's item.shield, we want to return, and we're going to return a value. So this is how much it's going to cost. So a shield's going to be worth 20 gold. In the other case, so case sword, we're going to return 10. And in the case of item.potion, we're going to return 2. I'm kind of wondering at the minute as to why. There we go. Oh well. That all seems to be working in order now. So now what this will do is it will just run this thing. Oops, forgotten something really important. We need to break off at the end of all of these. So basically what this will do is it will say it will take in an item and then output how much it costs. So now we've set all this up nice and easily, we can just go, whoops, selling NPC, and let's put a new. Ooh, actually, we're not going to put it in the selling NPC. Come to think of it, we're going to put it in the inventory, because what we want to do is drop it into it, and the inventory keeps track of where our mouse is. So if we have the thing we're doing global.ite, so we're going to a step. We don't even have a step event. That's surprising. So let's just make one then. So a step event, and we're going to drag the item into the box. So we're going to do some ifs. So if global.ite and global.selling NPC. It's just saying if they're true, basically. We can just leave that out if it's true or false. So we're saying if we are holding an item and the NPC dialog is open, then we can drag it in. So what we need to be doing is going into our selling NPC and our draw event, because we need to know what the dimensions of this box is. So the drop box, not copyright or anything, that's literally a drop box where you drop stuff in the box. So the dimensions here are 100 and 600. So we need to go if mouse X is bigger than 100 and mouse X is less than 600. We're going to move on to the next check, which is going to be if mouse Y is bigger than 300 and mouse Y is less than 400. This is just checking our mouse is within that area, I just realised this probably isn't the best place to put it. Because what we really need to be checking is, let's just copy this and delete this actually. We don't need this open. Because what we actually want to be putting this in is our left released. So when we're dropping the item, just above here, we need to get rid of this, which was wrong anyway by the looks of it. Because what we're saying instead is we're saying just like that. So now what we're doing is we're saying if we have released the item that we were holding before, and we probably actually want another if statement there, but unfortunately guys, I think I'm going to have to leave it here because we are running out of time. We'll storm through this time, but what we'll do in the next one is make another if statement just up here, saying if the GX and GY coordinates are within the inventory, then do all this stuff, otherwise check if they're within this range and do that instead. So if you enjoyed this video, we've almost got it done now actually, really quickly. Then remember to like, subscribe, or just do whatever you guys do, and I will talk to you later.